Yeah, mate.
Yeah, good, yeah.
How was your Christmas dinner? How was your day? How was your dinner? How was the
It
whole
was
lot?
okay. Yeah, it was okay. I ate it fairly quickly. Can't even remember what was on telly when I was eating it, but there you go. It went by quick, but it was nice. Yeah, I enjoyed it. My dad made it, didn't he? Like,
Yeah, yeah, you got to sit there. So what's your dinner of choice? What won't you have on your plate? What's the one thing you won't have on your plate? I can't have the sprouts. But
yeah. Oh no, I like sprouts. What is it I don't like? Eh, no, I think I like all of it. All that's usually there with Christmas dinner: the gravy, the stuffing, the roast potatoes. Uh, I tend to like all veggies. There's very few veggies that I don't like. No, I like it all. None of it's off the menu for me. It's all on my plate.
sweet, sweet. Yeah. What's it like around the? Are the pubs busy? Or are people going out? Or
Doesn't look it. I did actually venture out before around to the shop, but it was shut. I didn't. I looked. I looked up online, like, and I wasn't sure. I thought, I'll gamble on walking around. Bastard was shut, wasn't it? But no, I didn't see anyone about. Seen like about two people on the street.
yes, the
Ghost
way it should
town.
be.
Ghost town.
Yeah, the way it should be. The way it should
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, my Christmases are always quiet. Half the time I don't even go out. Some Christmases I do, some Christmases I don't venture out to the pubs and that. Many years I just don't bother at all. Wait for February to come around. Avoid the whole holiday season entirely sometimes.
Well, there's Dara. Not going the tradition route. Yeah, I had the usual, man. I had the usual turkey, ham, stuff, and all the things. My sister made it, and as usual, she did a decent job. But always, it's hard to cook. So she's, oh, sorry, this is wrong. Sorry, that's wrong. Sorry, this is wrong. It's just like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Sit down, eat it. Everyone's.
If
But
I'm
my problem.
perfectly honest, if it wasn't for me dad living above me in the flat above me, I wouldn't be eating a Christmas dinner. If it was left to me and there was no
Yeah,
Christmas dinner made by my dad, I'd just be eating the things that I eat every day, which could be like peanut butter on toast, curry and rice, something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I would not have made meat, especially in roast potatoes, if it was just me.
No, why not go? Geez, if I was in my own spot, or if I was basically without family, yeah, no
Yeah.
chance. It's only because family.
Yeah, my dad puts the deckies up, like, my dad puts his
Yeah,
deckies up. I don't bother here, like, uh, I
yeah,
quite like
I
them,
let,
the deckies. They are nostalgic. They're good in that way, nostalgia way. I think my
yeah.
favourite Christmas I can remember it'd be 1981, I think. And I got the snow speeder from The Empire Strikes Back when Han
Oh
goes
yeah.
out to look for Luke. Well, it was that. That's what I got for Christmas, the snow speeder. And there was a little like turret thing with it, like a little ice station with a turret thing and a probe droid. Remember the probe droid that blows up where the grass is up where the rebels are, and it gets shot. Remember the well, anyway, there was one of them with it. That was my Christmas present. An ice station, the snow speeder, and a little. You pressed a button and the probe droid like blew up. Well, fell apart. Didn't look very good when it happened, but anyway. And I got a pair of white Adidas that year with pegs in the bottom. The red, blue, and white pegs, and I was like well into them. I think I must have been say 9 that year. I loved it, loved it.
So you're a Star Wars, sorry, a Star Wars kid.
Yes, I was
Yeah,
never been into
yeah.
Star Trek, but I do like the old 60s Star Trek with William Shatner. I'm not into none of them films of it though, or any of that Deep Space Nine stuff. I can't bear. My mate's into that, and I always had to put up with watching that fucking thing when I go to his. I don't know, all these different ones. Like he's like big on sci-fi. I mean, I am, but I'm quite choosy. Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
Uh, just saying.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Bernie
everyone's
is
got their own
here.
personal preferences, and you're not right or wrong, are you? Which sci-fi you like? Everyone likes their own thing.
Oh, I don't watch sci-fi. I like. I like Star Wars, but um, I don't dislike them as movies because the way everybody did, because they're obviously brilliant. Like
Yeah,
ones like so, even as like someone that's not into sci-fi and all of that, I like those movies. Just thought they were really cool. But
yeah.
yeah, I don't for realism, I suppose, whatever you might call it.
Yeah, same here. I would say I prefer sort of like earthbound sci-fi, sort of like dystopian futures, time travel, stuff like that. I prefer that than stories like in other galaxies.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a couple of mates, man, and like there's two of them in particular, and like they read, um, like they'd read freaking like Game of Thrones, like when it came out as a book, like long before it was even.
Uh-huh.
But there's these guys like one of my mates, they like the same stuff, but one of them likes one author and the other likes another. I couldn't even tell you, but like all their books are like these 800-900 page long sci-fi things and these
Mhm.
whole worlds that they've invented, which is super cool. Like um, but that's just totally like that's their whole thing. And it's like this whole, it's all like I read the Lord of the Rings. I read that in one. I read it when I was younger. One of the books. I read the first book from the library. But then
Mhm.
when I was older, I got like the whole thing just in one. I think it's like 1,200 pages, and I just read it start to finish. And I will never read another fantasy, Hobbit, Lord of the Rings type thing again after that. I just have no interest in it at all. Like this whole
Found it took
thing,
down.
like I loved it, I loved that, but yeah, I have no interest in all these other dudes.
Yeah, and the other ones, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
like
I've
the
only ever had
toys.
one foot in that regard. Like, yeah, I'll go for like the stuff on the top shelf, like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, and there's
Yeah.
loads of like subgenres and that, and I'm not on board. But that's what I don't like the new Star Wars films. I think they're fucking pants. And so are the like series they've made. Apparently, people are all up in arms. I have noticed that much since about the internet.
Okay, Coco. Okay, okay. Um. Oh God, yeah. Oh Jesus, yeah. No, they've ruined all them things. By the sounds of it. My favorite Christmases in terms of toys, the two best ones are, well, I was sick at the time. I was because I was sick a little bit, but I got a bit spoiled one Christmas. I think I was 12, and it was all GI Joe stuff. Like I was into GI Joe Action Force. The kind of,
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah, that was more my thing than space stuff. I liked
yeah,
the kind of the army shit.
yeah.
Action Man, then Action Force, GI Joe. You got some cool vehicles one year. My dad was self-employed. He's still alive, but he was self-employed, so he probably had a good couple of months or something. So I got a couple of extra toys
Uh-huh.
like that. You normally only get one good one, maybe. Like we're not rich, ran like, but he must have had a good couple of months. And I was sick that year, and I just got like four really good vehicles. That was like peak Christmas for me.
Yeah,
But that was all GI Joe stuff, all GI Joe. Like my mates, like we had a few toys lying around like you do when you're a kid, space shuttles and things like that. But yeah, couldn't get into Star Trek, couldn't get into Voyager. Is it Voyager or Discovery? What's the one with Baldy guy, Patrick Stewart? He was
yeah,
in
yeah. That
that used to be
I
on
don't even know the
TV.
differences between them ones, but I can only say I'm not into them. I've
Oh
watched quite a lot
yeah,
of them with me mate because me mate's
couldn't
that type
tell
of
you.
guy. You go round to his house and he's watching something you're not into. He's not going to
Mm,
turn over, mate. He makes you watch it.
mm. Yeah, I kind of got into that because it
Mm,
was when I was at the right age. It was on pretty much exactly at the time he got home from school. We only had
mhm,
7 channels, like, and this was like when Sky was relatively new.
yeah,
And I was trying to like not be watching kids' TV because I thought it was old now, older than that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was like the one thing that was on that wasn't kids' TV. So I kind of got into it that way. But nah, no, it's not my kind of thing at all. People in the chat, I know it's Dara. It's the old heads. I don't mean old. I mean some of my older YouTube friends from going back. So, let us know some of your favorite Christmas memories, lads. This might not necessarily be football. It might be football. It might turn
This,
into
yeah,
whatever
this
it turns
really
into.
ages me for a Christmas gift, but I remember getting a board game of Alien, the movie, the first Alien movie, with
Mm.
teacher coming out of Ian Holmes' stomach, and there was a little like figure of the alien. It was a piece of cardboard with a good drawing of the alien on it. It was
Yeah,
better than it sounds. And a cardboard like thing of Dallas and everyone trying to get away from it. And that
because
was the
Alien
drawing
is
of
'79, I
the
think.
alien.
I think Alien is 1979.
It
People
is,
think it
yeah.
more.
It can't have been
Was it after
79 though when I got it. It was after that. There's no way
would have
it
been
came
the
out
next
at the
year.
exact
Yeah, yeah,
same time. Yeah, that the film came out. They just made it to capitalize on the film. Run around the spaceship and
yeah,
get away from the alien. So you throw the dice, see how many steps away from it you could get and shit. That was a good present. The alien game.
yeah. So, Dara, I keep saying people in the chat. Um, Dara, Barney, what I want to know is, and I know some people don't celebrate and some people aren't sentimental, but play along anyway. I'm sure you've been given presents. So, I want to know, Lee, what is, now you may have left it, but what is the best Christmas present you've ever been given? And what's the worst Christmas present anyone's ever given you? You don't have to name names, but just what is the best present you've ever been given? And what is the worst Christmas present you've ever gotten?
Well, it was quite recently, and I picked it myself, but I'm putting it on my dad's shoulders because I went shopping with my dad it was about 2008, right? And we went to a local Asda in a taxi and shopping, and he seen the CD thing and seen I was looking at the music, and he went and said 3 for 20 quid. And he went, you can have 3 for Christmas for 20 quid. So I went, all right, yeah, it's a nice one, Dad. And I could only find 2 CDs. I struggled to find a second one. I found Morrissey Live at Earl's Court, which is a fucking brilliant album.
Hmm.
And I got Eurythmics, like Greatest Hits. I managed to find a
Yeah,
second
it's
one.
passive.
Yeah, and I could not for the life of me find a third one. And you know what I
Hmm.
bought? The Fratellis album. Oh no, it was even worse. It wasn't even that. It was Kaiser Chiefs album called Off with Their Heads. And yeah, so that's
Oh,
the worst thing. And I picked it myself just to get the third CD. 3 for 20. I wasn't walking away with 2. I wanted something.
yeah. Fuck me.
Kaiser
I
album.
just would have gotten one of them twice instead of getting fucking Kaiser Chiefs out of
I
Fratellis. Yeah, that was
know.
a bind.
Oh,
You
I
were in a
couldn't for the
bind
life of
there,
me
man.
find. I stood there for ages looking. It took me ages to find the Eurythmics one, and there was not a third one, so I had to get the Kaiser Chiefs one. Worst Christmas
Yeah,
present I ever picked for myself.
that is pretty bad, man. That is, yeah, nobody should have to listen to the Kaiser Chiefs ever, let alone at
I
Christmas.
know, I know. I remember my
Um,
brother's mate came in and he seen it and was laughing. He seen it was there. Like, when we see these, it's like, oh, the
yeah.
shame, the embarrassment.
I went to a festival once with my cousin, and we driven up, like, which is kind of posh, to drive to a festival.
Uh-huh.
But he's like me. If somewhere can be driven to, I'm driving there. I'm not
Yeah,
getting a train. I'm not getting a bus. I don't give a
not
fuck.
bunking.
If I have a car, I'm
Yeah.
fucking driving there.
Oh,
He's the same as me, so it's cool. So we get there on the Friday night, right? So uh, Friday night was kind of shit. I think we only had weekend tickets, and it was a Saturday and a Sunday. It wasn't a 3 day fest. It was only 2 days. So we get there on a Friday night, right? So we talk some other people. I can't even take a tent out of a bag unless it's one of those ones where it just pops up on its own. I'm
yeah,
sleeping I'm sleeping outside in the rain. I cannot make a tent. I just cannot. It's not in my brain to do it.
yeah.
So we convinced these other people, like, by doing the usual struggling to set up your tent thing, and eventually someone will get pissed off and just come over and do it for you. That's a festival tip for anyone that's never been to one. Just look like you can't put your tent up for 20 minutes, and some helpful person will come over and just do it for you. So anyway, we're all cool. So the next morning we get up. It's pretty late, obviously, right? And we've only been drinking for like half an hour to an hour, maybe. The buzz hasn't even started, and the drink, you can't bring drink into the festival, right? You cannot bring drink into the festival, and it's a festival, so the drink in there is going to cost an absolute fortune, and we have a ton of drink. And all of a sudden he hears in the distance, I predict a riot. And he's like, we gotta go, man, we gotta go. And I'm like, what do you mean we gotta go? He's like, we gotta go, man, we gotta go. And I'm like, why? He's like, Kaiser Chiefs are starting. And I just looked at him and I went, you are not related to me. you cannot be related to me.
I'll be
No
very
fucking
bloody
way.
abysmal, the car.
No.
Can I just
No,
give a
I
shout out?
ruined his weekend. No, I ruined his weekend. I refused to go in. I said, "You can go in. I'm not going in.
Yeah.
I'm not going in for the guys. This is a shit festival anyway, by the way. But it's fucking 2:30, and they're on. I'm not going in till fucking 5 o'clock, man. I don't care who's on. I'm not going in till 5 o'clock if you have to pay for drinking it. We got a car full of fucking booze, like."
Yeah.
But yeah, for them, and I was like, no, and he was so disappointed, and I was like, dude, I don't, you know me, we don't listen to that kind of shit, like, yeah, but we've got okay. So sorry, Dara, my worst present was a Rooney T-shirt from your aunt. Wow, that's fucking. Did she not like you? Is this one of those evil aunties with an awful sense of humor or something?
I think
Um,
Bernie and
Jimmy,
Dara referencing the War of the Worlds, Jeff
yeah,
Wayne's musical War of the Worlds. Now, that was a big feature of my childhood. I was scared of that when I was little. When I was about
we had
7, I was scared of
everybody
it.
had it.
Yeah,
That guy must have made, I don't know how much money he made. Well, I know he made enough money to do whatever he wanted. Yeah, every house in Ireland and the UK had a copy of that, and
yeah.
America, I think.
It's just Richard
Uh,
Burton's, but it wasn't his voice that scared me. It was the actual dun 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 dun, dun, and my stepdad used to wind me up like saying, "You know, there's one hiding behind the couch." He said that what they do is they catch you, then chop your head off and suck all the blood out, and this scared me. That this, he said, you know, so this is the type of thing he'd wind me up with, like my stepdad. But it used to scare me, yeah. But it is good now. I'm older, I still like it. It reminds me of being a kid. Richard Burton's voice is glorious, isn't it? Who would have believed in the last years of the 19th century that man was being watched?
Ominous, very, very ominous.
Mm.
Jimmy, absolutely, man. Happy Christmas. It was a United shirt. We need more info on why that lady thought it was a good idea to buy you a Rooney shirt, Dara. Had you not made your allegiances clear? Yeah, happy Christmas, Jimmy. Happy Christmas, definitely. Uh, yeah, I mean, okay, well, we've done the worst. I think well, Bernie hasn't. Bernie's far too polite to mention anyone. Jimmy, if you missed the question and if you're still listening, question is before, I know you're probably busy, but this is your chance to, as the thumbnail says, avoid the family for 5 minutes. So we just want to know the best Christmas present you ever got. And I bet he's going to say something like a bike or something. And the worst Christmas present you ever got.
I should include me BMX I got for Christmas, but I was not much older than what I am here in this picture. Got one finally, and it got stolen after about I had about 5 weeks, and someone stole it in the park. Some older lads jumped out the bushes and jumped on it and rode off. And I didn't get it replaced. Do you know what I mean? Because it wasn't insured. Like that was the end of me BMX and bastards. But these things happen, don't they?
Oh, yeah, no, that's horrible to happen. Yeah, I know. I had my new bike stolen as well when I was a kid. Well, that,
Yeah, my mate had his
yeah.
stolen at the same time. His went too, but his was insured. Mine wasn't. My mum was still paying for it out of the bloody catalogue about 18 months later.
Well, yeah, that's the fucking thing, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh, I love those people. Oh, I love this. He's saying, she knows I've been sporting since LFC, but it was cheap. She bought it in the market. I love those people who just go, "Hey, it's football, right? Who cares? Football is
Yeah.
football, right? You like football. This is to do with football." Yeah, you gotta have that. Well,
Yeah,
Bernie,
ET
that
was one of the
is,
things that made BMXs massive in the early 80s because of ET. Like, they were just massive then for a
and the
while. Mine
BMX.
wasn't a very good one, but you could buy like stickers for it, and I bought stickers for mine that like said it was a better one than it was. You know what I mean? People who
Yeah,
knew would look at it and laugh,
and
but
the
I think,
BMX Bandits.
yeah, yeah.
BMX
I
Bandits
think
came out. Bernie is saying my worst one was one year. Dad had an accident, couldn't work, and claimed benefits. So we got a stocking with a prayer book and a tangerine. Yeah, that's some proper Christmas right there. Hey, look, if it wasn't for those ones, you wouldn't appreciate the good ones, right? But yeah, we've all had those years. We've all had those years. especially us. Like I say, my dad was self-employed as well, so when we had a good year, you could tell the difference.
Our John's
Yeah,
stepdad was made redundant around the time he married my mum in 1981 and didn't work again until about 1988. So it was always a dull Christmas like when I was a kid. It wasn't our John's fault, there just wasn't any work in Liverpool in the early 80s. He was a
yeah.
mechanic, worked on cars, but he got made redundant, like, and you know what I mean? That was where it was, like. Good memories anyway, just because there isn't a lot of money doesn't mean you can't have a good time, does it? Like, that's not what
You
it's
usually
about.
have the
Really,
better
as
times.
long as you've got like
Yeah.
your own people around you and a few bits and bobs, you're happy, aren't you?
Oh yeah, man. I've known I've known some of the best Christmases where it's about yeah, look, the shit that goes on behind the scenes you don't see when you're a kid or whatever. And now as an adult, you know it's all fucking stress. It's nothing but money and stress, money and stress, money and stress. But when you, as a kid, when people were trying to get together, but to me, it's not really much of Christmas unless there's like at least maybe 10 people in your house for a couple of hours, and anything other than that, it's just a quiet Christmas for me. Unless it's like, yeah, a lot of people. We're a big family though, very big family. But this year, obviously, later and later and later in life, those things are less and less. But we used to do that thing where we'd stay at home and then go and visit my grandmother, or go and visit like one of the aunties where everyone's going. But usually, my grandmother, like to be fucking 50 people in the house. You know, yeah, that's
Yeah.
sort of the way. Our those are the ones I remember. Anything less than that, it's sort of like, to me, it's always a little bit of a come down, a little bit of a disappointment these days. Very very quiet. But yeah, and without kids really as well. It's really about kids to
Mm-hmm.
really bring it out. So yeah, it's good though. It's good. Also, where like these days, you don't really think about this, but there's more and more and more people out there that don't even celebrate it. Like, and like
That
yeah,
same Christmas when I got
Like Bernie says, we had Love Brian and that was best. That's it, Bernie. That's really all that matters at the
hmm
time. Presents, money, 50 quid in a card. You go and drink it down the pub, or you
all you
stick it
really
on a
wanted
horse.
as a kid was like one main toy, a pair of trainees, and some chocolate for Christmas, like, and you were happy with that. So, like, a toy, something that you wanted, like I said, that snow speed or the Star Wars thing. A nice pair of trainees was always one of the main things you wanted, and selection boxes and your selection
Yeah,
box, doesn't that?
yeah. As we spoke about last night.
Board games as well, yeah. And then in later years, like stuff like videos became common, and you'd get like a video or something off someone, like a Liverpool video. I've had a few of them for Christmas. Liverpool VHSs.
Oh well, yeah. They started bringing out the yearly the yearly videos, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
only threw
every
mine all away recently, because I just couldn't do it beforehand. I had a massive clear out in my spare room, and all my old Liverpool VHSs and music VHSs, from epochs from a past era, artifacts from a past epoch sort of thing, you know what I mean? All in like cardboard boxes and that,
mm,
like
mhm.
bloody VHSs and cassettes, music cassettes that I haven't thrown them away because they're part of the fabric of what your life's been, aren't they? They were your
Oh,
albums. Just because you haven't
yeah.
got a tape player anymore, I find it hard to throw them away.
God,
So
no!
it's
Don't
on
ever
that.
throw away music. Never
Yeah,
throw away
I
music.
know, yeah.
No,
And you
it's
don't
just
do it. It's hard to. It doesn't take up much space. Cassettes were
no,
only small, mate. They were only tiny cassettes.
no.
But I have
Hmm.
thrown all my I've thrown a load of music and footy VHSs away because they're big. VHS boxes are big
Yeah,
compared to like music cassettes, aren't they?
and you'll get all these people that'll say, "Oh, you can get them converted, yada yada yada."
Mm.
But yeah, you can, but it's difficult and it's kind of expensive.
I
You
remember
know,
when I was a kid, I used to like to pinch the inlay cards. So like you get someone to do your recording of an album, and instead of writing it out yourself, the songs on both sides, like you just pinch the inlay card from Woolies and put it in your cassette box, like you had the album yourself. You know what I mean? Like you had the real album.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
get me? Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah,
inlay card
yeah,
from
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I never thought of that actually.
yeah, yeah.
You see, this is the thing. This is another thing that made me think. I have, I grew up on cassettes. Definitely, my sister's older, slightly older sister, a lot of vinyl, a lot of cassettes. But then, basically, when you got into hanging around with people, all your mates, older brother, almost everything. Very rarely did you actually buy something new, so everything was copied.
Yeah,
Um, Everything was like a copy of a copy. So obviously they sound different. You grow up listening to an album and you hear it probably, oh, that sounds different. Yeah, because you were listening to it on a messed up tape, and that's the album, which I think is also brilliant. But you also grew up with a lot of, if nobody bothered writing down the names of the songs, you were screwed. There was no way of finding out. You just wouldn't know what the names of the songs were. So some of my favorite bands, my favorite albums, even when the songs come on, even now to this day, I don't know what the name of the song is, even though I've heard it about 5,000 times. I won't know the name of the song
hmm,
because I never knew it, or it was written down wrong.
I got you. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But someone hands you a cassette, they'd have taped it, but they just hand you in some blank cover.
I
They'd
used to
write
love
the name
making
and
mix
on it, but they
cassettes,
won't
mate.
bother.
I used to love making mixtapes, did you?
Mm.
And I used to love receiving them from people, from the right people. You get good mixtapes off some people, and others would be god awful. But
Yeah.
I used to like getting mixtapes off people, as you know, as a it's not a gift, is it? Like just it's friendship in it when you know people. Yeah, try this out.
Geez, that's crazy, Bernie. Bernie is saying, my dad was a real humanitarian. One day he got us the biggest teddy bear, about 5 foot tall, a huge doll's house, and some other things. We played with them Boxing Day or Christmas Day and Stephen's Day. And the day after, he took us with the toys and donated them to an orphanage. He wanted to teach us to share. We were traumatized. Wow. That is, I mean, I hope he took all the kids home as well. He didn't leave some of them in the orphanage, but um, that's a serious life lesson right there. I would be traumatized too if the day after I gotten, like I said, those three kind of big GI Joe toys, like the expensive ones, and next day my mom was like, "Yeah, I donated them to the St. Vincent de Paul for kids who didn't get anything at Christmas." I'd be like, "Yeah, I think I'd still be dealing with that right now." Dart, when you got a Sony Walkman at 13,
Yeah.
nice.
I got my first Walkman, I think, when I was 14, and I loved it. I'd always have it on, like, you know what I mean, when I was walking around the streets or on a bus or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like glued to me once I had a Walkman. Yeah, it's such fun Walkmans. Loved them. Even before I had my own tastes in music, I still had a Walkman. I used to listen to me stepdad's music and take whatever ones of his I thought were okay, like Queen, something like Queen's Greatest Hits or something, and listen to that before I had my own bands. You know what I mean? But I think about a
Oh
year after
yeah,
I had to walk, when then I started having my own bands, like getting into my own sounds. Then,
yeah. Even do you remember that even the old Walkmans they'd have a little button on the top? You could just switch it and listen to the radio.
yeah,
You didn't even
yeah,
have to have tapes because I remember a lot of times if you did buy like a brand new cassette tape or something back in
yeah,
the day, you wouldn't worry. But then as you got a little bit older, you're like, I ain't putting that in that little crappy little Walkman because the last thing I put in that, it chewed the shit out of it.
yeah,
Sony's were good, but when you started getting like, I couldn't always. Sometimes I might be able to get like a good something, but yeah, I usually end up with a cheaper one. Maybe like they could back in the like 90s if you got like a cheaper Walkman, they would think nothing of just chewing the shit up out of like a brand new cassette you just put in there. It's gone, done,
yeah.
and that that's like trying to pull them out. And you bring them to that one guy you knew that could like had the patience to like take the time and like wind it all back up and do it and all that. But yeah, that was your worst nightmare. Your favorite new album, you got a new album, or you put it in or something,
You
and your
might laugh
Walkman
at
just
this
said, "I'm
one, but
having that for lunch."
yeah, you might laugh at this one, but even one of the tapes, or some of the tapes used to take out was my stepdad's was Christy Berg. Now I wouldn't listen
Mm.
to it now, like, but when I didn't have my
Yeah, I
own
loved them when I
taste
was a
in
kid.
music, yeah, I like Christy Berg. It,
Spanish Train,
Your
Spanish
Spanish
Train.
Saint, a
Yeah,
spaceman
yeah,
came traveling,
yeah.
and there's
Loved them,
loads of boss
loved
ones.
them.
Oh, don't pay the ferryman. Now I still listen
Yeah,
to that sometimes when
brilliant.
I get pissed, when I
Yeah.
get drunk, and I want a bit of nostalgia. Na 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 na.
Yeah. Oh no,
Just say
Spaceman Came Traveling,
when
Spanish
the
Train Man,
ocean knows.
loved it.
Yeah,
He's huge
Spanish
over
Train's
here,
good.
obviously. In the
Yeah.
80s, like that was like he was like a male version of Kate Bush or something. All the
Yeah.
songs were big and
Well,
dramatic.
Billy Joel was another one. I used to sometimes have a Billy Joel say for my stepdad. What else? The Christians, they were a Liverpool band. Um, that's their second names, Christian. They did a good album. It was in like 1987, I think, the Christians album. So that was around the time that like I first had a Walkman. But they're the type of stuff I'd be listening to, yeah, before I had my own bands.
Yeah, well, he hadn't. Well, I was going to say, Barney just said it there. Patricia the Stripper. That was a song that was always played. Like, uh, I used to go to the pub, especially we used to move out to the caravan in Tremor for like 2.5, 3 months during the summer. Like, my dad would just drive into work. It's like 10 miles away. This is moving to like the seaside, cheap little caravan in a little park that we were able to keep. Um, eight of or well, six of us in this tiny little yoke, but uh, that was one of the big albums at that time. But they would bring me out on the nights because they couldn't leave me at home, basically. So that was back in the time where there's always a live band in a pub. This is proper 80s pubs. Like, they'd write the name of a guy. I don't know if you remember this, but like the people in the pub would like spot a singer or spot someone that was known as a good singer sitting there drinking in the pub. And what they would do would they'd rip off the top of a fag packet. They would write that person's name down. My dad would always get called up, so they write down Jack Morrissey, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they write a song that he was known for singing because he used to sing around the pubs.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a band or anything like that. He's just one of those guys. You'd get called up. So what they would do is the people would rip off the fag packet, write the name of the person in the song, and hand it up to the band, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then during an interval, it gave the band a bit of a break, right? They'd say, "Okay, so we got Jack Morrissey here," and he'd be all embarrassed, obviously. But then the people go on, Jack, one. So they go up, and these are great nights. Everybody's smoking in the pub, every proper fucking 80s stuff, live bands singing all the 80s hits, the classic 70s stuff. But it used to be me and my mum and my dad. And I was a very shy child, right? A very shy kid, very bashful, very easily embarrassed. As I know people are laughing right now, but back
No,
in the
I
80s,
was
I
like
was.
that
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I was very
But
timid and don't mind.
yeah. So one of the songs that they would sing, now obviously this was not, these were requests. They called them requests. Now this is not something my dad would get because he's a low baritone. He could sing slow songs. He didn't have he wasn't a proper singer. He could sing low. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, the band would go. So we'd be sitting there, and at some point, every single night, every single time, they would strike up with Patricia the Stripper. Right? It's a classic song. It's a big, bawdy Krista Berg song. Patricia the Stripper. Everybody knows the words, yada, yada, and it's great crack. What's my mom's name? Patricia. And we're
No,
just sitting there. I'm
way.
sitting there staring at the ground. I'm sitting there, and it's like,
Uh,
and with a swing of her hips, she started to strip. And with and she goes on to describe her taking her clothes off, and I'm just sitting there going bright red every single time. And it would depend on how many drinks my mom had had. She might get it, she might pretend to like throw her, just get into it theatrically or something. But it used to embarrass the absolute shit out of me every single night sitting there. And all that, like a lot of people would know my mom around because small town or whatever, but they'd all be singing it. It'd be the funniest thing ever. But oh man, as a kid, it just used to mortify me. But yeah, those are the days, man. Everybody singing. I don't know if that's changed now. If that's is still a thing now, where obviously it isn't. But like, yeah, people come in. Oh, there's Johnny. He's a brilliant singer. They write his name. Oh, get him up to sing this, kind of like a karaoke. And they give it to the band, and then an interval kind of the thing in their band. They call up this guy, and he'd be like, "Oh," and everyone give him a round of applause, and he'd go up and do his song. The band would back him, backed by a live band. Pretty cool.
yeah.
And off he'd go. Then it was a tradition. I don't know if that's tradition other places, but it was a tradition down here. It was great fun, because all the people that were imagine like people going from Liverpool to Southport. It's people going from Waterford to Tremor. It's where
Mhm.
you went. and there'd be a
Yeah.
load of people down from Dublin. But the live band would play, but that was just so embarrassing, so fucking embarrassing. But yeah, Krista Berg, man, Lady in Red. No, Dara, unfortunately, she didn't get that song about her. She got the Patricia the Stripper song. And it's not
Yeah.
even her first name, but
Right. Is your dad's first name Jack?
well, no, his name is John, but everybody calls him Jack.
Yeah, yeah,
My mother's first name is actually something else, but she doesn't like that name. Her second name is Patricia, so she's gone her whole life as Pat. She's
yeah.
never been known by her actual first name, because it's an older fashioned name. She doesn't like it, so she is Patricia. She is Pat, but it's not actually her first name.
Uh-huh.
And my dad's name isn't actually Jack; it's John. But back then, everybody called. So he even on like today he will get. Well, no, they changed it recently, but back in the day, like everything
My
would be
granddad's name
Jack.
was Jack. That's his house. I'm outside there in the picture. He was still alive then, just about. But yeah, my granddad was Jack. And
Is he Jack on his birth certificate though?
yeah, yeah, Jack William. Yeah. Um, what was I going to say? Don't Pay the Ferryman was my Christy Berg favourite song when I was a kid because I said my stepdad was into him. He was into Ultravox as well. I used to laugh because he's dead. He's quite short, my stepdad, and had a moustache. And I always thought that's why he liked mid-yaw because he was like
Yeah.
very short in height and had a moustache. I also thought he liked Magnum because he had a moustache. I did used to make fun of my stepdad's moustache a lot when I was a kid. And so did my little brother, my stepdad's son. Because I'd put him up to it. I always had to think about tashes that they made me laugh. It was the perm and the tash thing. You see, my stepdad had that at first when I first met him. He had a perm and a tash, like
Oh,
Graham
that's
Sooner
classic.
Street. The
Yeah.
perm went quickly though. The perm went before he moved in with us, like. But there's pictures of him in Paris for the European Cup final, like on a bus with a perm and a tash and that, and he looks a twat. I have to say.
It's not an easy look to pull off, really, is
It's
it?
not. It's not. I mean, it didn't even look good on nice looking men or anything like that.
Exactly. The best looking man on the planet still
Yeah,
looks like a twat with a permanent mustache. He
yeah.
might be, he might still be quite obviously
Soonest
good
could just
looking, but
about
he looks like
carry
a
it
twat.
off because he was like a hard
Because
man.
what are
And
you going to say to him?
McDermott
Are you
looked
going to tell him he looks like a
ridiculous.
twat?
Terry McDermott
Yeah.
looked fucking full on ridiculous. That's a name in our family as well, McDermott. Like going back, but yeah, Terry Mack looked terrible with his perm and tash. Phil Thompson had one, but he didn't have the
He
tash.
tried, yeah. He tried. He couldn't
Phil,
grow the
Phil Neal
tash.
had one.
Yeah,
Phil
Phil.
Neal had a perm, a blonde perm, and Phil Thompson had a blonde perm, but neither had the tash. Neither went for the tash. Like,
Yeah. No, Tomo couldn't grow the tash. That was his problem.
well,
He's
I
just
had
one of those people who can't do facial
yeah,
hair.
my stepdad, like before he was with my mum, he was only like 21, I think, when he married my mum. My stepdad, and like before that, he was like going the match all the time, and he had like a signature book, and it had pictures of the players in with their signature that he got from outside the ground, and like Terry Neal. Sorry, Phil Neal and Phil Thompson looked bizarre in it with their perms. They didn't keep them for a while. I think Phil Neal only kept his for about like 2 weeks or something. But I had a
Mm.
picture of him with it, like with his signature, and it used to always make me laugh.
Yeah, my older brother, I don't know where it is now, but he got yeah, McDermott. Yeah, it's McDermott. He has a signed picture, a signed photo of McDermott, which is like, it's kind of like the panini sticker
Yeah.
photo, but it's a decent size. It's kind of like it's bigger than a normal one, but not A4. It's in that kind of medium one. I don't know what you call it, but you wouldn't put it. And it's signed like directly to him from Terry McDermott, and it is full on that look. There's I don't think there's even a sponsor on the kit,
I must
and
say,
the
it didn't look
perm is
on,
massive.
on some women in the 80s. Some women looked okay with perms, not men though. My
Oh,
mum,
I heard it ruined one of the lads.
my mum looked all right with theirs, with their perm.
One of the lads, they were saying it ruined their hair. I can't remember who it was. Someone I remember they were interviewing soon after somebody, but they were talking about like that look, having a bit of crack about it. And someone was saying, "Oh yeah, one of the lads did it, and he kind of never grew his hair back properly again afterwards. Because the way they used to do it back then was pretty harsh. But yeah, that was a mad look. That was just a
When
mad
we
look.
won the treble in 2001, we brought out a programme that was on BBC called When Liverpool Ruled the World, about when we were like peak in Europe. And Kelly Dalglish was on it, and she was saying about the perms and muzzies. She said, you know, if me dad would have got one of them, my mum would have killed him. You know what I mean? And then it was talking to Alan Hansen, and he's going, "Are you bloody
Are
kidding
you
me?"
serious? Yeah, are you taking the piss? Yeah. Do you think I could go back north to the border with a perm? Yeah, it's like Souness. You have to be so hard that you could
Yeah.
show up in a dress, a perm, and a mustache, and everyone's gonna be like, "All right, Graham." You know, like because no one's gonna even dare. You could wear what you like, lipstick. You know, no, like Hanson would be like, "Nah, man." Graham can get away with it. That's about it.
Did you
That
ever
is
see
about
where
it.
the two guys from South Park went to the Oscars to receive their Oscar for one of the songs from the South Park film, and they dressed up in like they were in women's dresses with makeup on, and
Oh
afterwards as well, apparently. I've seen that on a documentary and laughed my head off because I did like
One
South
of
Park.
them's kind of got a bit of a perm as well. One
Yeah,
of them
yeah,
kind of has a bit of a. Well, he's got a kind of. I think they call it a Jew fro. He's got
yeah,
a
yeah,
fro, a natural fro.
yeah. He's got naturally curly hair. Are he, is it Matt Stone, is it?
Oh, they are Dara. I mean, they're close. Yeah. That was very 80s. The blonde streaks, the highlights, the Barry Venisons of this world. They were almost as bad. I saw one of those, back in the day kind of shows a couple of weeks ago, and Barry Venison. We were playing, and Barry Venison was obviously injured, so he was doing pundit stuff
Yeah.
in the half, and he went full. He went full new romantic. He had the huge kind of that not plaid, but like a dark, very dark, almost plaid jacket. Um, I don't even know what you call the shirt, but his hair was outrageous, man. His Barry Venison's hair, I'd forgotten. It was like, but John Bon Jovi would have been like, "Are you sure? That's a bit over the top, don't you?" Like it was huge.
Well, I did make
Like,
a mistake once when I was 14. I was talking to an old mate on Facebook recently, and we were laughing about it. Because when I was 14, he said, like, get your fringe dyed blonde. So I did, and I got my ear pierced as well. And I got this earring, right? It was an upside down cross. Do you know what I mean? I thought it looked
yeah,
great, but it was
yeah,
just it was terrible. And I remember seeing some pictures of me. There was some girl who was in our year. She went, "Oh, look at these pictures from when we were in school." It was also on the school bus, and I looked a muppet with this earring in because it was big as well, and it was like it was heavy in me. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing wearing that. I remember the music teacher went to me. He went, "So do you believe in God then, Lee?" And I went, "I do actually." That sort of shut him up. He was waiting for me to say no, and he'd go, "Well, why have you
yeah.
got that here then? It doesn't make any sense." Mr. Grimley thwarted him. I hadn't lost my faith in Jesus at that point, you see. I still believed in him.
Yeah, go Jesus,
Mm.
Oh, okay, why is Google a pain in the hole? No. Google's such a pain in the hole now when they like, "Oh, you want to do this, don't you?" "No, I want to do this, please." Oh, so stupid. Okay, yeah, we'll do it that way. So here's our Baz. Yeah. Doodly doodly doo. But back in there, so nobody can see it. Yeah, that's pretty tasty, isn't it? That's a haircut, like.
I've never had long hair. Like at the back. I think I had like a sort of little bit of a mullet thing. They were called scally cuts. There was no such word as mullet when I was 11. I went to a new school, and there was like a lot of the older lads, like in the school, who were like 15, 14, had these haircuts where it was short on top
That's
and a little bit
yeah.
of wispiness at the back. But
That's a
that's
trim, though, isn't it? That is a trim, Lee.
yeah,
I mean, that is like four different haircuts in one. Because it's not even the mullet. Like, it's not even like the mullet where it's just like it's hidden down the back. This is like a side mullet. Plus, he's got. I mean, that's not even a great. That's not even a great one. Because there's been more. Yeah, this is pretty tasty as well. I mean, this is he's got more. You see, this is what Dar doesn't. He's gone and dyed it here. See
yeah.
that? I mean, he's probably a decent. I
Quite
mean,
good,
Bernie
eh?
can probably tell he's probably a good-looking man.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
quite
sure
good
he's.
there. He could be in a catalogue or something, couldn't he, Barry?
Yeah.
Modelling shirts or something like, or,
I mean,
garden
you
furniture or something like, with a nice looking woman.
yeah, you tell me, Bernie. I mean, is that something that as a girl in the 80s would you have looked at that and went, well, that's a fashion. That's a nice. Or would you look at that and go, oh, what a twat? What a kind of. To me, it's not the worst. I mean, he's.
Did you ever used to write speech bubbles in catalogues when you were a kid? If you got hold of a catalogue, you'd get a pen and write speech bubbles all over it, like.
No. Uh, you can have what's Doris? Did you do the sports quiz in the Guardian? No. Is there an end of year one? Dara, is an end of year sports quiz or something in the Guardian? Football quiz? Let me know where it is. We'll go and do it now.
Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, she was stunning. Not bad, says Barney. Not bad.
Yeah, wasn't
Okay.
she married to Buzzy Lee Majors? Fucking
I think she was. I think
what was
she's
that
married to
program where he was the
you.
fucking stunt man, jumping
Oh,
open
the Fall
rubbish,
Guy.
crashing from a vine.
The Fall Guy.
That's it, the Fall Guy.
Yeah.
Used to watch that.
Let me see. Dara, is it on the football page or the sports page? Normally, I just go and look, but I can't kind of. I don't want to go off. Look myself. Like, is it the football one or is it like just a sports one? We'll go and do it now. We'll go play it live together.
Can you put that picture up bigger where he's Miami Vice in it in his Don Johnson pink suit with the white t-shirt? Can you have
Oh
that one?
Jesus! I even miss. It's not got great.
Tom
It
Johnson.
hasn't. Yeah, it's not very good quality. It's not very good quality. Hang on, let me see. Hang on. Go back. I mean,
Jesus, that one
Jesus.
in blue.
Yeah, I know it's
Wife, I mean, that's been there all this. Oh no, there he is with Ari. I forgot. There's a Barry with Ari. There he is up there with
oh
glasses.
there. Yeah. I mean, that's not as good, is it? Beach. Oh fucking hell, Brian! Come on.
Kenichi had quite a mane on him, didn't he? In
Oh,
that
what
regard.
a player! He could back it up. He could back it up. Let's see if that's any better. Oh, it's fucking links to bullshit. No, that's as good as we're going to get. Wow. I mean, I think he's. I mean, he looks. I mean, don't. Rule number one: never look more glamorous than your wife on your wedding day. Is that right? Is that right, Bernie? I reckon that's rule number one: never look more glamorous than your wife on your wedding day. Okay. How can I make this? Do that. Yozers. I'll look for it. Quiz. Guardian quiz. So can are you saying it's just on the main sports page? Is that what you're saying, Dara? It's like on sport. Oh, I got it. Okay, right. Let's go. Oh, this is everything. Okay, right. I'm really bad at everything. Okay. I'm really bad when it comes to like cricket. Yeah, the blow dry. Um, Bernie. Okay, stop sharing that. Lee, you can read the chat, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put up the thing. Hmm. I'll put up that. Share that. Can you see it? No, you probably can't. But it doesn't matter. I'll read the questions out anyway. But we'll make it a little bit bigger. Is that legible? Is that readable?
Yeah.
Okay. So question one is: what was the correct order at the top of the Premier League at 1 minute past midnight on the 1st of January 2024? So almost 1 year ago. What was the correct order at the top of the Premier League at 1 minute past midnight on the 1st of January 2024? Option one: City, Villa, Liverpool, Arsenal. Liverpool, Villa, Arsenal, City. Villa, Liverpool, City, Arsenal. Liverpool, Villa, City, Arsenal. Is that not the?
Hmm.
We were top, weren't we?
Less than a year ago as well. I can't bastard remember.
I thought we were top
I thought we were actually,
at,
but
on New
now
Year's Day. On New Year's Day, but basically New Year's Day 12 months ago, basically.
I would go for the bottom one.
Liverpool, Villa second. Or Villa second? Because they got Villa second in three of these options, right? So it's either us, if we were, and the other option is they were first. So I'm assuming.
Hmm. They had a good season, but I don't remember them being first. Or they must have been second. Because it's one of the.
Is anybody in the chat saying anything? Don't forget you have to monitor in chat because I'm not going to switch back and forth.
I think I'd go for the final one.
Is anybody in the chat saying anything? I'm asking. I'm leaving it up to you to read out the chat.
Oh, some people saying two. Bernie's saying two. Dara's saying two. I was saying the bottom one. I felt the bottom one.
Okay, so Bernie and Dara are saying Liverpool, Villa, Arsenal, City, as in option number 2.
Yeah.
You were saying option number 3. Well, that's 2-1. Anybody else come in with anything? No.
No, I was picking for the bottom one. Where Villa is second to us.
Right. Okay. Question number 2. Oh bloody hell! Luke Humphreys beat teenage sensation Luke Littler in the PDC darts final to become world champion for the first time. What age was Littler on the day of the 2024 final? I mean, he's pretty young, isn't he? He's either 16 or 17. I mean, I don't know, but I know
Yeah,
he's like.
he's really young, isn't he, that was? I think he's possibly even 16, was he? This is a really, really young age. You know, he's not 18.
In 2024.
I'd go 17 for him.
Right. What are people saying in the chat?
16.
How many answers have you got for 16?
2.
You were saying 17.
Aliens are, I think, no, I think it's 16, actually. I do remember now. I seem to remember him being 16, yeah.
Okay.
Look
16.
Like
Okay. Which nation sacked their football manager during the Africa Cup of Nations group stage in January, yet still went on to win? Well, who won the AFCON? Who won AFCON? It was, oh God, who won AFCON? Oh, crap. Who won AFCON?
know that.
What, Nigeria? I think it was Ivory Coast. I think it was Ivory Coast. It was either Ivory Coast or Senegal, I think. What are people in chat saying? Senegal. Are they saying Senegal, is it?
Bernie reckons Senegal.
I thought it was either Ivory Coast or Senegal who won AFCON. It's not Egypt, not Nigeria.
Ivory Coast.
What do you think?
Senegal won the one before this one, didn't they?
Go Ivory
Oh.
Coast. Okay. Press the wrong button. Press the wrong button again. Yannick Sinner won the Australian Open. Oh, this is tennis. Okay. Yannick Sinner won the Australian Open and US Open titles in 2024. Which female tennis player matched this feat? Iga Swiatek, Coco Gauff, Arena Sabalenka, or Barbara Krejcikova, Barbara, Arena. Yeah, I mean Yannick Sinner. I don't know who that is. Which female tennis player?
I don't know the tennis anymore. I used to be into it years ago.
I think Coco Gauff is like one of these new kind of up and coming kind of wonder kid type American players. I don't know. I've never heard of Iga Swiatek, Arena Sabalenka. Well, I have heard that name actually, but or Barbara Krejcikova. I don't know.
I can't
Any
help.
ideas? Anybody in the chat? Anyone in the chat saying anything, or I'm going to go with Coco.
No, nobody knows.
Right, I'll go with Coco Gauff. So okay, because I like the name. Okay, in February, Patrick Mahomes led the Kansas City Chiefs to their third Super Bowl title in 5 years with a thrilling 25-22 overtime victory over the 49ers. In which city was it? In which city was it held? In which city did the Chiefs win the Super Bowl last year? So where was the Super Bowl basically? Anybody know? Was it in Vegas? I seem to think it was. Was it in Vegas? I don't know why you'd have it in New Jersey. I know that's where the. I'm sure Dara must know. Was it in Vegas or where was the Super Bowl this year? Anyone? Is he talking in the chat? Anyone in the chat talking?
It's Vegas.
Vegas? I thought it was Vegas as well. So we'll go Vegas then. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Roots. Root Shep. Fucking hell. Root Shepengitich. Root Shepengitich. Yeah, sorry. Root, but yeah, Root, whatever, set a new women's marathon world record in Chicago in October. Oh, what was her time? Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on. 2 hours 12, 2 hours 11, 2 hours 10, 2 hours 9.
Try number 2.
What's good, like? It's a world record, right? So what's good? 2.9. We just go 2.9 for the obvious one because it's the lowest one. Is anyone in the chat? I don't think they'll know. We'll just go with the low one, just because maybe it is. Oh no, don't do that. Emma Hayes guided the USA to Olympic gold only months after winning the WSL with Chelsea in her 12th season managing Chelsea. How many league titles did she win? Oh, I think she won a lot of stuff, didn't she, Emma Hayes?
Yeah, she had didn't she?
12 seasons? 7, maybe? 7? Anyone in the chat? Any ideas?
Not as yet.
7 and 12. I mean, 6 would only be 1 and 2. It wouldn't be like, ooh, look at her, you know. But like, and 5 ain't enough. I think 7.
Yeah, go 7.
This is this is for Dara anyway, unless you like cricket. England's Jimmy Anderson took his 700th Test wicket against which team? Like I'm assuming that obviously this happened in 2024. So Sri Lanka, West Indies, Pakistan, India, basically the cricket people. You know, fucking hell, another one after this. Um, anyone? I don't know. I don't. I'm assuming Dara knows this. He's a cricket guy. Jimmy Anderson took his 700th Test wicket against which team in 2024? Sri Lanka, West Indies, Pakistan, or India? Come on, Dar, step up. This is your sport, man. Is he talking? Is he chatting?
Yeah, yeah, Dara thinks it's India. If he's a
India? Oh
cricket,
well, he.
he
Oh,
knows.
Dara knows. Dara knows for sure, man. Okay. And then again, Jimmy Anderson compared his enforced retirement from international cricket to a scene from which film? What the fuck? Casino, The Godfather 2, Goodfellas, or Dude, Where's My Car? Okay, yeah, we get. I don't even know what that's all about. I have no
Strange,
idea.
that, isn't it? But should we go, dude? Where's my car? Just for a laugh.
Enforced retirement.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, where's my international career? Why is it not happening anymore?
Yeah, but like a scene. Would he have seen? Come on, I don't know.
Probably not. I doubt. Yeah, I doubt he's seen that or heard of it.
No,
He's probably heard of the other three films, hasn't he?
I'm thinking. I'm thinking. You know when? Do you know when it's either when they get Jimmy, the character that De Niro plays in Casino, Jimmy, what's his name, and they get him on a technicality saying he can't actually run a casino, which he was doing, but because technically he's not this, then he was no longer allowed to do it. Or it's the scene where they tell fucking uh, Joe Pesci's character that he's going to get made, and he is actually going to get a bullet in the back of his head. So I'm going to go Casino unless anybody else can come up with something else. Mainly Dara, basically.
They're going
I'll
for
allow.
Goodfellas. Dara
Are they?
and they're going for Goodfellas.
Okay, well, Dara's a good cricket guy, so he might have heard the quote. I'm thinking it's either Goodfellas or Casino, so happy to go with it. What was notable about golf's four men's majors in 2024? The winners were all by playoffs. All four winning scores were 12 under that one. No. The winners all had a surname beginning with S. The winners were all from the US. No. Um, ay, ay, ay. I think it's the playoff one. I'm going to go with the playoff one, unless anyone in the chat has any different, because I'm going to keep this quick.
No,
And
no one.
I ruminate on it.
Said number 4.
Possible. Jurgen Klopp left Liverpool. I put it in now, though. Sorry, Mark. Jurgen Klopp left Liverpool after a 2-0 win against Wolves confirmed a third place finish in May. He has the highest win percentage of any manager of the club. What is it? Oh, I think it's 59.1. To be honest with you, the options are 59.1, 59.9, 60.9, or 65%. So basically, what was Klopp's win percentage at Liverpool? I thought immediately 59.1, but there's 59.9, there's 60.9, and there's 65. Anybody got anything, strong arguments for anything different? Right, go with that. So, there you go. There's the button. Press. Growing up, I used to be on the field, struggling with no shoes, running barefoot, running in my school uniform, running all over the place. We barely have the right facilities. The stadium is not fixed. I hope this gold medal will help build a new stadium to help the sport grow. Who said this? Let's seal Tobago, Julian Alfred, Gabby Thomas, or Noah Lyles. um, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know what.
Just waiting
Yeah,
to see if anyone's got any ideas in the chat because I haven't.
no,
Tobago says Bernie. Let's see.
Tobago.
Dara
Yeah,
says
another great name. Another great name. Let's see, Tobago is a great name. Anything? Dart, what's Dara saying?
no idea. Says
No
Dara.
idea. Okay, we'll go with let's see, Tobago. What was the correct order at the top of the Paris Olympics medal? I completely missed that Olympics. 1 China, 2 USA, 3 Great Britain. 1 USA, 2 China, 3 Japan. 1 USA, 2 China, 3 Australia. 1 China, 2 USA, 3 France. No freaking idea. I would say, what's the one with the. I like number 4. I like China, USA, France. I like that one. But I don't know. I don't know. That Olympics completely passed me by.
Dara reckons it's number 2.
Number 2.
Bernie reckons it's 3.
I think it's 4. And what do you think?
I've got no idea. Pass me by
I'll
as well. I really couldn't
I'll,
say.
o- I'll overrule and go 4. Which football manager was sacked by his club? Remember, this is in 2024, obviously. After 29 days and 6 defeats from 6. Now, I think that's Troy. No, I don't know. It's Troy Deeney. Not Rooney.
It's not going to be Lennon, is it? That wouldn't have happened to him. 60 feet and 6.
George.
9 days.
I think it might be Troy Deeney.
Who did he manage?
Really
Remember?
small club. Some really small club. Like League Two or something like that. Might even have been non-league. Start slagging them all off, slagging off everything. Oh, he's there longer than that though. He got a few headlines out of that gig, so I thought he was there longer. What's chat saying, Lee?
Bernie reckons it's Deeney.
Yeah, I think it's Deeney as well. Go Deeney. We've done it. We worked out exactly what we wanted to do, how we built the team, the equipment. Every detail has gone specifically into this day. Who said this? Max Verstappen, Mark Cavendish, Gareth Southgate, or Tom Daly? Oh, we built the team is very Formula One, and it's also very Southgate. No idea though. I don't remember the quote. Don't remember that. That could be South. No, hang on. Say no. It's not Southgate. Southgate never said we've done it. That's a winning quote. The bit at the start means we've won it. We won. Southgate never won.
Bernie's guessing it's Verstappen.
Yeah, I think no. Once I reread it, it's not Southgate because that's we've done it means he said that after they won something. We worked out exactly what we wanted to do, how we built the team, the equipment.
Doesn't make sense for Tom
Yeah,
Daly.
that's first. Yeah. No, it makes no sense for it. That's why I didn't even bring up Tom Daly. Yeah, as soon as I saw it, as soon as I reread, I was thinking it was Verstappen or Southgate, but as soon as I looked at it again, it can't be Southgate because he said the equipment and the we've done a bit. That has to be Formula One. Okay, Great Britain's Sarah Story won her 18th in brackets time trial cycling gold. Time trial, okay, and 19th road, whatever the fuck. When did she take part in her first games? Britain's Sarah Story did like really well at the Paralympics. When did she take part in her first games? 88, 92, 96, or 2000? I have no idea. I mean, what would 1988? Let's just say she was old enough to be in the Olympics in 1988. That would mean she was born, say, 72, 1972 maybe,
Mm.
which would make her around 50, 54 now, 53, something like that.
Mm.
Uh, so old enough to be winning shit? I don't think so. Say 96.
Mm. Yeah, go on, give it a go.
Right, okay. After winning 7 of the first 10 races in the F1 season, how many Grand Prix did eventual champion Max Verstappen? Yeah, see, there you go. Go winless before his success in Brazil. So after winning 7 of the first 10, how many Grand Prix did eventual champion Max go winless before his success in Brazil? Fuck no. Stop watching it years ago. Dara, do you watch F1? No idea. So there's only 10, right? So he won 7 of 10. So that's 10 gone, right? How many are there? How many races are there? Are there 20? If there isn't 21, it can't be 11. If there isn't, uh, any ideas coming in the chat, Lee? Before I
Um,
press
8, says Bernie.
8. Cool. I was going to go 8 or 9. I think it's low. England's Dan Mousley. I don't fucking know. Is the fastest spinner in world cricket. Uh, what's the highest speed he has clocked during the 100?
We need Dara's help here, don't we?
What the fuck is the 100? Is some kind of cricket Hunger Games shit going on or something? Um, Dan Mousley is the fastest spinner in world cricket. Good for him. What's the highest speed at which he was clocked during the 100, which is apparently a thing? So, Dara, what are we doing here? Dara. Calling all Daras, calling Arizona. 70, 74, 78, 82 mph, miles per hour.
Bernie's gone for 78.
How fast can you throw a cricket ball if you're like the
I'm not
world's
finishing the
fastest?
end of one, and it really is.
Well, apparently it's at least 70 miles an hour. So, do you want to just go high?
um,
What did Bernie say? 78?
yeah,
Has Dara
Dara's
come in at
saying
all?
82. Yeah, Dara's
Cool.
saying
I wanted to go high. Yeah, cool. Go high on it. Yeah. Who said, I'm absolutely devastated, so I'm going to try cleanse the training ground area because people are telling me it's haunted. Seriously, there's a graveyard somewhere near. I'm not joking. I think our training ground is very close to an ancient burial site. So I'm going to get my wife to come up and say sorry to all these people, and hopefully we'll have a bit more luck. Who said this? Neil Warnock, Ian Holloway, Unai Emery, Chris Wilder. If that's not Ian Holloway, I will give away my entire
does
house.
sound
Or
Eddie Holloway, but
if that's, yeah, I don't care. If that's not
you
Holloway, I
Unai
don't want to know.
Emery.
Yeah, no, I don't care. I don't. That has to be Ian Holloway. Okay. Otherwise, they've done me up like a kipper because he did say something about pissing on a corner flag before or something like that. Anyway, okay. Oh, this is rugby. Okay. Wigan Warriors won the World Club Challenge, the Challenge Cup, the League Leaders Shield, and the Super League Grand Final in 2024. They have achieved a quadruple only once before. When? 92, 93, 93, 94, 99, 2000, 2005, 2006. So, if you, I don't know, rugby, anybody? Me? No, I don't know.
Mm.
I couldn't enlighten. Wigan, when did they win the quad before? I know they've always been like, I've always known like the Wigan, like, because whenever they were in the league,
Mm.
you'd always hear people say, oh, wait, but Wigan's a rugby town,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I'm
Yeah,
assuming,
it's close to it, and it's well known for its rugby, of course, but I don't know an awful lot about it.
anyone in the chat, no? Any guesses?
I'm saying no idea on this one.
93, 94, fuck it, why not? It was a good year. Okay, this thing keeps going. All right. Which team won? I thought it was going to be 20. Which team won their 18th NBA title this year to go clear at the top of the all-time standings? Uh, I don't know. Are the Lakers good at the moment? I think the Lakers are good right
All
now.
or baseball.
Oh, basketball. Oh, Boston Celtics, Los Angeles Lakers, Golden State Warriors, or the Chicago Bulls. 18th to go clear at the top. I think LA Lakers are good again, but that's about all I know. But that could be like 3 years ago that they were good again. Like I know Golden State are kind of a newer type thing, so I don't think they've been around. And I don't know if Bulls are back again. I know Dara should know. I mean, if Lakers became like the all-time basketball thing, you'll just know that from the news. Like, so I'll wait for Dara to come in because I honestly I couldn't say with any certainty, but I think it's the Lakers. I think they're kind of.
Any reckons it's the Bulls.
Oh, okay. Bulls. Anything from Dara? No.
No.
We'll go to Bulls then. Where he thinks it's the Bulls. How many gold medals did Simone Biles win at the Paris Olympics? No idea. Uh, 3 sounds like a lot, man. But they do team shit, don't they?
Could
Say
be one.
3.
Could be one of the bigger numbers.
Go 3. In September, which rugby union team defeated men's world champions South Africa 29-28? Oh well, that won't have been an expected one then. Um, Japan, maybe. Are Barbarians a team? I didn't know Barbarians were a team. Japan. Get through this. In November, Vaibhav Suryavanshi became the youngest player ever to earn an IPL cricket deal. How old is he? I'm assuming it's not. He hasn't been born yet. Oh, let's make you think though. In November, 13, 14, 15 hasn't been born yet. I don't know. What are we thinking? Dara, cricket question. In November, Vibhav Zuryavshi, for fuck's sake, that guy became the youngest player ever to earn an IPL cricket deal. How old is he? 13, 14, 15, or hasn't been born yet? No? So I'm going to just say 13, then go young. Well no, I'm going to go with the.
Hang on a sec. Just wait to. Yeah, but Dara's saying 13. I'm
Okay,
burning.
cool. Okay. What was the score in the Euro 2024 opener between host Germany and Scotland? Oh, God, yeah. Jesus, yeah. The first game, Euro 24, Germany played Scotland. Germany 3, Scotland 0, Germany 5, Scotland 1, Germany 5, Scotland 0, Germany 6, Scotland 2. I think it was 3-0, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't seem to remember that they got battered like 5 or
No,
6.
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't 6-2 or 5-0.
Yeah, I think it was 3, wasn't it?
Okay, hang on a second.
Dara thinks it was 3. Yeah, I don't remember them shipping 5 or 6 in that game. But I remember they were well beaten, but I think 3-0's the one probably. Oh, Scotland scored. Okay. So I was saying Scotland scored, so maybe it must be 5-1.
Come on, go. Come on. In you. In you. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. We will go with the. I think it was Trina. How many athletics world records were set at the Paris Olympics? How many questions are in this quiz?
How many? What score did you pick then for the Scotland game?
3-0.
Dara reckons they scored. Dara reckons Germany scored.
Scotland scored, you mean?
Scotland scored, yeah.
Yeah. I think they might have scored the opener, actually. But hey, look, fuck it. It's done now. We're going to start banging through these now. How many athletics world records were set at the Paris Olympics? 1, 2, or 3, or none? Let's go none. Let's just say none. Which team won the men's and women's cricket T20 World Cups, respectively? I just need to find out how many fucking questions are in this. Wait. Let's just check. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. There's like 50 of these things. Yeah, we're only. Hang on. Yeah, we're only halfway through this. It's got to be quicker. Okay. India and Austria. Because I think, one sec. I'm not sure what this is. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. We're going to have to speed this up. India and New Zealand. Boom. Done. What is the heaviest lift in para powerlifting? Dara, we're going quick fire here. See it on the screen. Did they say India and New Zealand? Because I guessed that. Can you keep an eye on them quick? We're going to fly through these. So, what is the heaviest lift in the men's para powerlifting plus 107 kg? 193, 203, 233, 263. I don't even know what's obvious there. So, let's go 233. We're going quick. Who was the player of the match in England's remarkable Test victory over India in Hyderabad? Tom Hartley, Ben Stokes, Ollie Pope, Jaiswal, Yashavi Jaiswal. So Hartley, Stokes, Pope, Jaiswal, Ollie. Okay, what did Erling Haaland? Oh yeah, okay, we know what this is. Stay humble. Good. One we knew straight up. Which team won Australia's NRL Rugby League team for the 4th year in a row? Roosters, Panthers, Storm, Broncos. Quickly, let's go. Broncos, Panthers, Roosters, Storm. I'm going Storm because I didn't hear another shout. Who scored Liverpool's final goal under Klopp? I think it's the same man who scored the first goal under Arne Slot, if I'm not incorrect.
Who was that? What was our final game? I'm trying to think what our final game was. Or did we score in our final game?
What's that saying?
Dara reckons it's Kwanzaa. Dara's gas Kwanzaa. For the life of me, I can't remember.
Yeah, because I said at the time that's going
Can't
to be a
even
future
remember.
quiz question. Who scored the first goal and the last goal? Britain's Tom Pidcock won gold. Britain's Tom Pidcock won gold medals in men's mountain biking at Olympics, despite being hampered by what on the fourth lap? A vomiting bug, a deer, broken brakes, a puncture. I'm going to go with a deer. All televised darts tournaments in 2024 were won by players from two countries. England is one. What's the other? The Dutch are good at darts. Or the Belgian. Belgians, Dutch or Belgium, Dutch or Belgium. 5 seconds.
Dutch a little bit more. Dutch a little bit more, aren't
Okay.
they? Into it, Belgians.
Man City lost 5 matches in a row between the 30th of October and the 23rd of November. Name the teams they lost to in order.
That's it, the top one, innit? Tottenham, Bournemouth, Sporting, Brighton, Liverpool.
The USA and Australia were the top two countries in the swimming medal table. Who came third? Okay, third best swimming people in Paris. England, Canada, Great Britain, Canada, France, Hungary. England, Great Britain, maybe. Best, maybe. I don't know. Any shouts in the chat?
Not yet for this one. For this one, yeah.
Okay, we'll say France then, because they're hosting. I know they did well in something. I know France did well in something, so I'm going to keep backing that one. Albania's Bajrami scored the fastest ever goal in the European Championship match with his opener against Italy. What was recorded time? Yeah, that was pretty quick. Way earlier. I think it was 23. 15, 23 seconds. 15 seconds, 23 seconds. 15 seconds, 23. What are you thinking?
Sounds right, yeah. Try that, 23.
Who said, I just don't like this place. I find it disgusting. Everywhere is dirty. It's cold. It's freezing. I have to wear my coat everywhere. You go through car parks. There are bins. Honestly, it just makes me feel ill. Anthony, Jose Mourinho, Noah Lyles, or Ronnie O'Sullivan. I know who said it. I'm pretty sure it was Jose Mourinho.
About where? Where did he say it about?
Oh no, he was talking shit about the league actually. I don't know who Noah Lyles is.
There he's guessed it's Noah Lyles.
I don't know who he is, so yeah, we'll go with that.
Dara's saying it's O'Sullivan. It's Ronnie, definitely. Dara's gone for Ronnie with a definitely.
Who did Emma Hayes beat in the Olympic final to win gold? France, Netherlands, Brazil, or Canada? I think they beat Brazil, didn't they? Brazil women's team, I think they're good.
Okay.
Who won the 2023 Men's Premiership Rugby Union final? Bath Saints, Saracens, Sharks.
Bonkers is saying 12th on it 9.
Exactly. That's why we're trying to get we're trying to get this done. That's why we're trying to move this on. Trying to get a finish, get a score. So if nobody knows, I'm going to say Saracens and be damned.
Go on.
Erling Haaland scored more than 50 for City and Norway in the 2023-4 season, including 5 in one match in February against which team? He scored 5 in one game against Sheffield United, I thought. Maybe?
Can't remember. I think it was Wolves, actually. Might have been Wolves that got it off them. Or was it Luton? No, it wasn't Luton, because they only just about beat Luton last season that I can remember.
Anyone in the chat? No, with a definite. Otherwise, I'm going Sheffield United.
I was still on the last question in the chat.
Okay. What Premier League record did Cole Palmer set in Chelsea's 4-3 win at Tottenham in December? He became the youngest ever player to score. Panenka, that's bollocks. He became the first Chelsea player in history to score or assist in 10 consecutive Premier League matches. That sounds a lot more likely. Although he's had a bit of a. No, actually, he became the first player to win 20 Player of the Match awards in the Premier League. He became the first Premier League score player 12 penalties out of 12. That sounds a lot more like it. I prefer the penalty one.
Christ, look
I
at this next
prefer the penalty
question.
one. We go to penalties one. We'll go with the penalties one. How many saves did Georgia keeper Georgi Mamarashvili make in 4 games? Euro 2024. A lot of numbers. Let's go with the higher, but not the highest.
You made quite a few, didn't
25.
you?
Yeah. Winless Wales took the wooden spoon at this year's Men's Six Nations, ending Italy's run and finished last in every tournament for last. Jesus. This time the Italians finished fifth. Jesus, come on, this question. Held by 2 wins and a draw, but against which sides did these results come? Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know. Uh, Dara, anybody beat Scotland or Wales or France? Beat Scotland, beat England, Wales or Scotland?
Two. Dara's saying two.
Two.
Beat Scotland,
Okay.
Wales, with France.
To which singer did Sky Sports' Kelly Cates compare Roy Keane during Manchester United's draw with Chelsea in November? Shane McGowan, Suggs, Barry White, or Cardi B? Uh, I say, well, the Shane McGowan one is a bit obvious, a bit on the
Does
nose.
seem a bit obvious, doesn't it, the Shane McGowan one? But maybe
I'm
that's
thinking Barry White.
that's
Yeah,
for that
exactly.
reason.
Maybe it's obvious because it's true, that kind of thing.
Mm.
It's
So
not going to be Cardi B.
listening to
Oh,
Shane just before myself.
I'll go Cardi B.
Okay.
I'll go Cardi B because it's in a kind of why is it there kind of thing if it isn't true. Um, the Golden Boot at Euro 2024 was shared between how many players? Oh, I think there was at least, I think it was six.
Yeah.
I think it was
It wasn't
six.
loads. It was half a team. It was shared between half a team's worth of players, wasn't it?
Yeah, England's Kyron Wilson beat Wales's Jack Jones in this year's World Snooker at Crucible. Who were the last pair to contest an England v Wales final? Oh, that's probably Ronnie and Mark Williams. Yeah, that's recent enough. Ronnie and Mark Williams. Who scored the winner as Argentina beat Colombia 1-0 in the Copa final? Messi, Martinez, Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez. Who scored the winner? I think it's Lautaro. I think it's Lautaro. Happy to be corrected. Happy to be corrected. Any chats, Lee? Anyone in the chat telling me I'm wrong?
If it's this question, people putting 3 and 2 with that one. Yeah, I can't remember.
Which female golfer enjoyed a superb August, claiming a gold medal at the Paris Olympics before winning the AIG? I do not know. I'll go with Lydia Ko. And finally, apologies if I offended Amarim yesterday. Didn't actually realize he was being interviewed at the time. Was popping in to say hi and bye to Jamie. Great game. Congrats on all involved. Who said this? Roy Keane. No, he wouldn't say that. Ed Sheeran. That's got to be Ed Sheeran. That's got to be.
How about Mick Hucknall? Just for the laugh. Just use Mick Hucknall for fun. Just imagine Amarin and Mick Hucknall having a fight.
Who's saying goodbye to Jamie, though?
Oof.
That's not Roy Keane.
Well,
Hucknall's and.
James Gordon knows some of them because he does them stupid things, doesn't he? When he
Yeah, and
pretends
Ed
to
Sheeran is an Ipswich fan.
I've seen him with fucking Jamie Redknapp doing that crap.
Yeah, and
Very,
Ed Sheeran is in this because
yeah.
he's popped up in some unexpected places this year, but he's an Ipswich fan, so maybe it was when they were playing Ipswich. It was Ed Sheeran because I know he's putting his foot in it a couple of times. I'm gonna go with Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
I think it might be Ed Sheeran. Was popping in to say hi and bye is a very Ed Sheeran thing to say, you know. Okay, so let's go. If we hit reveal on all of them, it should tell us. Oh, don't tell me I have to reveal on all of them. Don't do that bullshit. Oh, man. You're supposed to hit reveal on the last one and it'll give you all of them. Oh, crap. Now we got to do this crap. Got it wrong. Okay, we got that right. Yeah, 16. Ivory Coast, we got that right. Got that wrong. It's going to take even longer. Las Vegas right. Root, yeah, we got Root
Right.
Thingamajig right. Emma Hayes, we got that right.
Yes. On a roll.
That
Still
right.
on a roll.
Here we go. Casino. Goodfellas, we got
Third
that
on a
right.
roll. Oh,
Ah,
what a
they
bastard.
were all from the US. Oh, this is the one. This is the one. Fuck, 60.9. Got it wrong. That's my fault. Oh, it's Julian Alfred. Not Let's let's go tobogganing. Got that wrong. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Dini was right. Verstappen. Oh, for fuck's sake, Cavendish. It was only the other one where there's a team and equipment involved. But anyway,
Mm.
uh, no, Barcelona. Okay, veteran. Can't believe we have to do this every time. Got that wrong. What about the fastball dude? That's correct.
Holloway.
Yes, Holloway. Yeah, of course, it was Holloway. Correct with the Wigan thing.
Mhm.
No, it's the Celtics. It was
Well,
Celtics.
Dara did say Celtics in the
Did
answers.
he? Simone Bond got 3. Argentina. Yeah, 13. This one, 5-1. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. How many? Oh, it was the other way around. I thought, yeah, look, high or low, you know. India, New Zealand, yeah. This thing, no. Holy Pope, yeah. Yeah, we know that's right, yeah. Panthers, never heard of them. Yeah, it was Kwanzaa. Yeah, the wolves and with the thing, yeah. Oh yeah, this one, a deer. I thought we went with a puncture, or a. No, we did go with it. Yeah, okay. Obviously, we didn't. The darts thing. Yeah, it's Belgium. It's either one or the other. Oh no, it's 2. It was 2. Nobody cares. This one. Yeah, we got it right. Oh, he's talking about Ali Pali. That's right. I remember it now. Brazil. Yeah, they won that. Who won this thing? Yeah, nobody knows, man. Nobody. It was the Saints. Who could have known that? Nobody. Nobody could possibly know that. Luton, bastard.
Mm.
Oh, the Palmer one. The Palmer one. Yes, it was the penalties. Oh, mama, our new keeper. What was it? 29. Fair play. We'll take that. I'd rather be wrong that way. Right. What did they do? Oh, we got that right. Nobody knew that either. That was a guess. Here's a good one. Yes, Cardi B. Uh, Olivia Rodrigo was watching on from the stands, and we've got Cardi B in the studio. Yeah, I just knew it was very Kelly Cates kind of thing because Roy's looking at me. Who the fuck is Cardi B? How many players? It was 6, right? Yeah, loads of them. Kane, Almo, Gakpo, Musiala, Skrantz, Mikatadze. England's car, yeah. Oh, that was the Ronnie O's. Oh my god, I'm so fucking wrong. I thought that was right. It was Griffiths and Davies. Okay, this one, we're nearly there. Yeah, Lautaro. It was Lautaro. I knew it was Lautaro. What a player. Sign him up. And second to last, nobody knows. Yeah, we got it right. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's 28 out of 50. I mean, 28 out of 50. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Mm.
Take it right on a Christmas Eve, on a Christmas
Really
night.
tough questions in there, like
Don't
really
worry, yeah.
stretch me knowledge, like or me lack of knowledge. And me memory. Me memory, I couldn't even remember Scotland scoring in that game. I convinced myself that they didn't, and I was wrong.
Oh yeah, that's why I avoid. Not that I avoid, but I tend not to do like basically anything about cricket or rugby and cricket, rugby, tennis, and I'm clueless. And cricket, rugby, and tennis are always big in these ones, especially
Mhm.
cricket and rugby for the English ones. I couldn't
I did love tennis
honestly.
years ago. Same with snooker. I used to love tennis and snooker when I was young. Not anymore. I don't know. I just grew out of it, but I did used to love them sports.
Yeah, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna thank everybody for being in, and we're gonna leave now. But we're gonna go over and we're gonna join 12th man, who's gonna be starting the show soon, or hasn't. I'm not sure we started already, but this was just a quick one.
Okay.
So I just want to wish everybody who is still watching a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and all that. But we're going to end the show quite abruptly as usual because I don't have an outro video. Thanks for being here, and go over, check on Top Man's Live, and go and watch that soon. Okay, guys. Thank you and good night. Nice
Like,
one, Dara. No problem. Thanks for suggesting it, man. It was good fun. See you on 12 man. And if you don't see you on 12 man, anybody is here, have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas night. Talk soon, people. Bye bye.
bye.